A key goal of object-oriented programming is to help us work with very complex projects. And to do that, we need to reduce the cognitive load. The less that we have to keep in our head at one time, the better. This allows us to focus on a specific problem without solving the entire problem at one time. There are a number of ways to approach that. One way is to reduce complexity by grouping items. Most important is to create programs that work the way we think. This can significantly reduce the amount of work we have to do to keep things straight in the program. It's best when programming corresponds to the way we are hardwired to think. And we tend to like to organize. We put things into groups. Try this experiment at your next party. Have someone empty the contents of their pocket or their pocketbook onto a table, and instruct them to make 2 piles. Give them no further instructions. In fact, if you really want to have fun, have 3 people do it at the same time. When they're done, they will have 2 piles. Now ask them how they decided what went into each pile. Most of the time, they will have reasons. It will not be random. The reasons will probably be different among the different people. But we do like to organize. One way we like to organize is to categorize. All of the blue things over here, all of the tall things over there. We naturally think in terms of hierarchies. The most classic hierarchy is probably the one we use to organize animals. Class, order, genus, species, etc. We tend to think of a dog as a kind of mammal, and mammals as kinds of animals. We also tend to think in terms of is-a and has-a relationships. So a dog is an animal, but it has a pair of ears, it has eyes, it has a nose. A car is a vehicle, but it has a steering wheel, and it has tires. And we'll come back to the is-a and has-a relationships in our code. We also tend to think in terms of generalization versus specialization, and this relates back to our hierarchies, where an animal is a more general form, and a dog is a more specialized form, and a Chihuahua is an even more specialized form of dog. C# implements the concept of generalization and specialization with inheritance, and we will look at inheritance in our code. We will see that we can have classes such as dog that derive from more general classes such as mammal, and that we say, therefore, that the mammal is a base class of dog. That is, it is the more general form. We'll take a look at virtual methods that allow us to implement polymorphism, one of the pillars of object-oriented programming.